Hey, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. In my last review before I fly back to base after this holiday leave's over, DX9's D10 Hattori Hanzo. You can see there's a teal, there's a blue. I don't know what the final color is. So, yeah, I'm showing you guys both. It measures to about 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half inches, somewhere between there. And honestly, I like both colors a lot. Kind of lean towards the blue, but the teal is nice too. It's traditional. It's kind of what you know. So looking at the accessories here, the wheels actually come off. I have them configured differently. That's the nice part about having two of these guys. You can take those wheels off. You can put the daggers that it comes with on. It comes with swords, daggers, guns. Those are the accessories. So you can see that configuration on the blue one there. Just to get a size comparison out of the way. And instead of doing a lot of cuts and stuff like that, I'm just getting into it because this is a lot. It's 6 modes and things like that. 2 of them, yeah, just trying to knock this out, make it time efficient for you guys watching as well. Getting the box out of the way here. And of course, for more, in detailed, I guess more of an in-depth look, you can look at the review, kumasao.com. Full gallery there. It's about 30 pictures. And of course, clear photography, as clear as I can provide at least. So, yeah, I like how it came out. Just giving you guys a roundabout, then we'll go into looking at some poseability there as well. But it's a good look. You can see it's very, very tune accurate. Deviates a little bit from the style that they previously had with things like DeWalt, Tyrant, etc., etc. But it looks decent, Now going over the poseability here, he does have full 360 head movement and stuff like that, but I wish that he could look downwards. He's a taller character, so some of those, just beneath views and things like that would be nice if you look back down at you and stuff like that. But unfortunately, that black area in front of his chest there, it blocks him from looking down. He can still look up though, which is nice, but always gotta want more. Now I do like the swords that he comes with. I did notice that they're chromed, and it is liable to that chipping and things like that, so be careful with them if you get this guy. Alright, the skirts do move. One thing I will say, there are some floppy joints on mine and things like that. Mine actually came with screws missing and things like that. Definitely had to do some fixing to it. These are samples, so it's sometimes what you get. First from DX9, but it happens. I have 2 of them, can't complain. But overall, it's pretty tight. Solid plastic and things like that. It's what DX9's known for. I think in terms of QC and things like that on the retail copies, this will be more than consistent with what we've all grown to expect. Because even these aren't bad. These are definitely passable, even passable at retail. But it's just one of those things to where I'm used to super tight from DX9 and stuff like that. And of course, not missing pins or screws, that kind of stuff, It's what it is. And again, sorry for being in your way. Here, I normally don't do that, but I guess I'm catching myself slipping. Again, I literally fly out in 8 hours? Yeah. So, just trying to get this done. DX9's been really good to me, so want to get this out there for you guys and help, show off their stuff. Since they were nice enough to send it. Alright, and while I'm posing that guy, I do gotta say, I came home. Today is what? January 3rd? I came home the 21st of December to over 20, 30 toys or whatever. I think I've done a pretty good job of shooting a lot of these guys and stuff like that. I'm going to pat myself on the back here. And I appreciate you guys' support and stuff. It's nice to come back and be back. I can't wait to be back after this assignment's over. It'll be very nice. Alright, and again, configured differently on the blue one. Alright, now one thing that I do have a problem-ish with, I wish the pegs to go into the gun handles were more defined. You definitely can still peg them in, and they peg in decently and things like that, but it's such a hard time, even off camera, finding that sweet spot for him to really catch, male and female ends and things like that. It should be easier. I mean, it's one of those things that I can't describe because even looking at it, the peg looks like it's a decent length, the female end, it seems like it matches up and stuff like that, but getting them together, it's just so exact that, yeah. Alright, now when I'm playing with this gun, you can see what I mean. There we go, with the floppiness and stuff like that. And the other one doesn't have it, so that right there tells me, it's kind of a one-off issue. But it's there, so I just wonder what the final color is going to be. My guess is the blue. When I tried to talk to DX9, I got a little bit confused by their answers. They said that they're considering both, and to show you guys both, which I'm doing, let me know what one you like better. But it'd be kind of nice to know, what's coming. And why I think it's blue, I came home to the blue, no box and things like that. I got one with a box. It was actually the teal box instructions. There's a poster that comes with it, which you could see on the Pictorial review and stuff like that, kumasao.com. But everybody else that I've been seeing getting production samples since has been getting the blue. I do wonder why I got a teal second with a box and everything like that. But, can't complain. I have both. Obviously, one of them's going to be rare, so I'm happy. But it'd be kind of cool if they do end up selling both, giving the option for both, things like that. It would make sense. And there you have it, all posed up. We're going to go into the all modes now. Alright, first we'll take a look at the wolf mode. I'm not the biggest fan of the head sculpt for the wolf. The back legs, they look funny. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a complete mismatch from, those big, thick front arm legs, whatever you want to call them, and then you look back there and kind of thin, plain Jane, whatever. But his head can move up and down. I do wish that he had neck swivel as well. And I have tried, if he does have it, it's very tight to the point where I'm not moving it. It feels like it's going to break. It wasn't anything that I was seeing. Alright, now taking a look there. Alright. And see, that's where that looseness in that elbow comes in. And his back legs do have full poseability and things like that. There is actually hip twist back there as well. So that's a nice addition. It's little stuff like that that I think probably 99% of people won't use, but it's cool that it's thrown in. Now, one thing that I do wish it had, and I don't really see this on six-shot toys in general, I wish the paws in wolf mode had a tilt, ankle tilt. I don't know really how that'd be implemented. I'm not an engineer, but as a fan and somebody who likes cool poses and things like that, it'd be cool to see. And if you want some more play out of the wolf mode, remember that the wings are poseable and things like that. Tilt them to the side, flare them out a bit. So you definitely have some options. And as shown on the robot mode, the guns do peg into the wings there. Yeah, there's the wolf mode. Speed through the rest of these. This is the jet mode. Don't really know how to describe it, but it looks fat. Not really the biggest fan. It's passable. It's a G1. But it's just one of those ones where you kind of shrug your shoulders and you're like, yeah, that's a jet. Alright. That armored vehicle mode. One thing that is cool about this, it does have rubber wheels. And it's a thick rubber too. It's not the kind that feels like it's gonna just have breakage over the years and stuff like that. But, of course, haven't had it for years. Haven't had it for weeks. So, we'll see how that handles. Give an update if it has any breakage or anything like that. Alright, and here's the tank mode. This is really G1. And you know, this is 6-shot. I mean, these alt modes kind of are what they are. They've always been what they are. It takes a company that's really creative to really make it different. But if you're gonna do it, and while we go over the gun here, which is ugly as shit, pardon my language, but you know, if you're gonna go with that G1 tune look, these are the alt modes that you get. So I mean, I give them credit for being slavish, true to the game, if you want to say that. But you know, it's not the most attractive thing in the world, these alt modes. Not really the biggest fan. But I'm sure for some they'll work. Alright, now this gun's pretty big, it's pretty long. 12 inches front to back. And there you go. Since there's no lock on the wings or anything like that, you can hold them in place. They do have ratchets that, you know, hold pretty well and stuff, but they do tend to move around while you grip it at least. So that's just what it is. And again, this has been DX9's D10, their Masterpiece series, or Masterpiece Scale series, Hattori Hanzo, which is their homage to 6-shot. You know, I dig it. I love the robot mode. The alt modes are meh, but it's what it is. Anyway, check out the full written pictorial review, kumastyle.com. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Kuma Photos. See you on the other side.